This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Jalen Hurts responding to the criticism. Also, Ty Robinson actually might get a shot. And lastly, we're going to talk about the changes that's possibly coming to the playbook. But let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we get into the main topics, let's talk about Darius Slay a little bit. So we all know the Bills put in a claim because they put in a claim for him. He's supposed to go to the Bills. And he actually informed the Bills, like, look, man, I might not arrive there. Actually, I'm not going to arrive there because I'm thinking about retirement. This looked like a play. Like, he don't want to go to Buffalo. Buffalo was probably going to use him as a depth piece. He know if he come to the Philadelphia Eagles, that's his former team. He probably got a house close to Philadelphia. He don't want to go all the way upstate, man. He just don't to be a backup in cold weather. Whereas though, again, come to Philadelphia, know the system. He played at a high level in Vic Fangio system. And he just want to be home. He wants to be home, and Philly is his home. He probably regrets signing with the Steelers. He probably thinking like, damn, I should have took less to stay with the Eagles. But, Eagles put in a claim. I think if it was just the Eagles, none of this would have came out. He just don't want to go to Buffalo. Sorry, guys. He just don't want to be there. It is what it is. He wants to come to Philadelphia. And, hopefully he found his way here. If not, enjoy retirement, Slay. You went out on top as a ring holder. Sucks to see things went bad in Pittsburgh. But, hopefully you could get one more shot like Brandon Graham. Hopefully. And let's go over the injury report, and we're going to talk about it in depth because there's a guy that's hurt, and he's already ruled out. All right, so you got Jalen Carter, shoulders with an S. So the reports came out about his shoulders, and he actually spoke on this a bit. But let me go ahead and play this clip.
I blame myself on that. There was some runs out there I got drove back where I wasn't making no effect on the play. Kind of made an adjustment. If we started seeing who was playing the first and second down and then third down, we just went from there.
Where do you think the issues came from there for you?
Me?
Yeah.
Just drove off the ball. That's it.
It's uncharacteristic though for you.
Yeah, it's my problems to deal with. I ain't gonna tell you about what I'm going to.
Now I actually feel bad that I went in on Jalen Carter a bit. I knew his shoulder was hurt, but I didn't know it was hurt to the point where, like, he gonna have to miss some time. The Eagles not gonna put him on IR, but they want him close to 100% going into the playoffs, especially with the Cowboys losing. Yes, I'm shooting that late. I was able to see the Cowboys lose. Well, it was like 30-44. I love it, to be honest. But, hopefully Jalen Carter gets well closer to the playoffs. They got Lane Johnson, who they not putting on IR. He should be back soon. Zach Bonds dealing with a hand injury. They got Jahad Dotson, toe. Xavier Gibson still dealing with a shoulder. Jalen Phillips, he got concussed in the game, but hopefully he cleared protocol and able to play. Marcus Epps was a full participant, and you got Miles Hinton, who was a full participant. So you should see Marcus Epps soon. We'll see how it go. But yeah, there go your injury report. Again, Jalen Carter is already ruled out. And we don't really care what's going on in LA right now. All we is watching is Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert did practice, and he was limited. He has like a glove on right now. But I'd still be surprised if he play, especially going up against an NFC team. If they lose, well, they want to win, but if they lose, it probably won't hurt too much. Well, the race is close in their division, so I don't know. Maybe Herbert just give it a shot. We'll see, but if I were them, just send him out. Just send him out. And I'm not even speaking of, I'm an Eagles fan and give us a higher chance of winning. But, man, if he hurt that hand more, now you're going into the playoffs, and I don't know. I don't know what the Chargers are thinking right now. If he gut it out, he gut it out, cool. But if he takes some good hits, some clean hits, I don't know, man. He start throwing some flutter balls. I don't know. Should have sat him. But that's your injury report. And all right, before we get into the main topics, let's hear a word from our sponsor. I'll just drop the prediction markets with spreads, totals, and team outcomes. And the best part is you can combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today with code EAGLEAL and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, and Florida. And Underdog is available in over 40 states with player picks and draft games. Prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. All right, so let's talk about Jalen Hurts, man. So Jalen Hurts, he been taking a lot of criticism, like, oh, why don't you run the ball this much, this, that, and the third, and this is what he had to say.
Reporting that maybe you're not as willing to run the ball this year. I was wondering if that's true, or if you approach this season the same way.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what is how we come to that conclusion or rationalize that?
So it wasn't my reporting, but there's been reporting
Okay.
that you don't want to run the ball as much this year.
Okay. I've always been focused on doing whatever it takes to win, and I've always put my energy on trying to bring a game plan and a strategy that week to life. So I'll continue to do that.
You're like, what made y'all come to that conclusion? We know Jalen Hurts do whatever it takes to win, but also the guy on the side of who cares if he want to run the ball less, because I think he's a good thrower of the ball, but the coaches got to trust he's that guy. And two, I just don't think the O-line is that good. Like it's crazy how much blame they trying to put on Jalen Hurts, because now they blaming him for not running more. That's what's slowing down Saquon Barkley's production. I don't think that's true. I think the play caller is trash. I think the O-line has been bad. And it's just all this stuff that's mixed in. I don't think Jeff Stoutland been having the best unit out there. Cam Jurgens is shelling himself. So it's just a lot of factors on why the run game is not working. We're not exotic with it. You see how the Bears were running the ball with all the motion. We don't do any of that stuff. So, things just got to be fixed. You can't put everything on Jalen Hurts. It feel like the team and the reporters are trying to put everything on Jalen Hurts. And the fans, we watching the game. We not idiots. We like, nah, this ain't all Jalen Hurts, bruh. Y'all trying to say he ain't a leader, that Hard Knocks showed a different side. Y'all saying, oh, he said he ain't want to run the ball more. He answered the question like, basically, are you crazy? What made you come to that? I do whatever it takes to win. We seen Jalen Hurts have 100-yard games passing when Saquon Barkley was doing this thing. So look, Jalen Hurts, he don't care about stats. He would go out and give 100%, but Jalen Hurts, I don't think is playing a factor in the run game at all. If he's running it or not, it's just a multitude of things. You just can't put it on one guy, and I feel like the media is trying to run with that narrative. I don't know who they, getting their reports from. Is this somebody from the coaching staff just taking up for the coaches? I don't know. But Jalen Hurts keep proving the media wrong. Just keep proving them wrong. So shout out to Jalen Hurts, man. And I spoke about Jalen Carter in the beginning of the video, his shoulders, and hopefully he get well. But you know what that means? Next guy up. And the guy I've been thinking about is the Vanilla Gorilla. We all had high hopes for him. He don't get as much snaps for a third, fourth round pick. Hell, he been healthy scratches some games. But now with Jalen Carter hurt, he could rotate in a bit. So we can see what we have in the future, because I'm looking at it right now. If I'm being realistic, Moro Dromo is gone in a year or two. He's going to be gone, and we need that next guy up. I want to see if he could show me any flashes. Can he show me a flash like, okay, he can be that guy? So I got to see that from Ty Robinson. Even as a rookie, I got to see some flashes. But he should be able to get his shot now. If he's not getting his shot, and Byron Young and all these guys getting more playing time to him, it's time to be concerned. He's just simply not ready yet. And maybe he's more raw than what we thought. Because what we seen on tape is like, wow. But again, maybe he's just more raw. pause than what we thought. Like maybe he's just an athletic freak, but he got to get the skills. You know, athleticism, as crazy as it sounds, it only can take you so far in the NFL. We see super fast guys fail in the NFL, but it's those skilled guys that got these finesse moves. What Jerry Rice, if we go way, way back in the day, he wasn't that fast. He can run routes, man. Like Devontae Smith, not the biggest, but his route running is impeccable. So we'll see, man. We'll see with that raw talent he has, what can you get out of him? And this should be the time he should show and prove with the Jalen Carter, going to be going for a couple games. Hopefully we get to see Ty Robinson get some snaps. Hopefully, man. Talking about the changing of schemes, right? Changing the scheme. So Mulata basically alluded to that.
To be honest, as boring as this sounds, it's the same story every week. We are one block away. Got some new stuff in this week, but hopefully we can execute up front. That's all. It's where it starts and that's where it ends. If we execute up front, take care of everything else.
How important has Saquon been, keeping everything on the right track, the positive attitude?
He's got the best energy, man. Best energy, best juice, best vibes. Just so positive. Even when it's raining, he's always positive. He's got the umbrella out for everybody, and I think it's such a special teammate he is, and gotta love him, man.
So I'm counting on Mulata's word, man. I like that he bid up Saquon Barkley, and I expect to see some changes, man. I really, really do, man. This team, I think, is a lot better than what is shown on film. As crazy as that sound, the talent is there, but can they bring it out? Do they still believe? Or are they fat cat? We celebrated last year. We good on that. I don't know what they're doing right now, but you got an opportunity. The Cowboys lost. You could win, stretch out this league, and, repeat the NFC East as champs and really try to shoot for that number 1 seed. Can they turn it around? We'll see. Jalen Hurts also said they had positive conversations. So, again, we'll see if they could turn it around. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel? Jalen Hurts proving the critics wrong once again. Also, the changing the schemes. Ty Robinson, even Darius Slay, will he be an Eagle before the season is over? We'll see. But this is Eagle Out, man. I'm up.